All right, Mr. Hudak, what kind of music do you listen to?
Oh, I'm eclectic all over the place.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have something that
No,
always?
depends on
No?
my mood.
All right, that's fair. I get that. I get that. I'm an 80s driven
Okay.
kid, so a lot of that for me is. But one of the speakers I was listening to was talking about Taylor Swift, and she was talking about her song "Shake It Off," and the haters are gonna hate and all that kind of stuff. And what she was trying to instill in these kids that were graduating is, hey, you're going to face a lot of obstacles. You better get heightened coping skills, and don't let her she used of peaks and valleys. Don't let those peaks define everything, because there's a valley that'll come, and vice versa. And she said, so just shake off the nonsense and get back to what you believe in and what's important to you. It's very easy to say, it can be very hard to do. And I don't think my generation has been very good at teaching coping skills. Salespeople need the ultimate in coping skills. Everybody and their mother tells us no, and some do it kindly and some don't. So can you talk about that side of coping with rejection? But it goes beyond rejection, because we have to cope in our personal lives and everything else.
One of the things that hits us is we are really good at trying to predict what's going to happen in the future. And that's what causes us to worry and be anxious. And I'm speaking, this is a thing that hits me all the time. I think back over the last decade, a couple really earth-shattering things that happened to me in my personal life. And I think about, how did I handle myself during those? And I'd like to sit here and go, oh, it was fantastic. I was rock solid. No. It was horrible. I couldn't sleep. I wasn't eating. I was blah. And when I think back to all of that, it's because I kept worrying about what was going to happen in the future instead of being focused on the present. And that's the key, is being focused on the present. So for example, in the world of sales, if I work really hard on this one deal and I lose it, everything starts to go, oh my goodness, I'll never make another sale and I'll never find another account, right? And I think about all this future stuff. Just look at the present and go, okay, I didn't get that sale. What did I learn? Is there something I could change? Is there something I could improve upon? And when you start to focus on that, you become less worried, less anxious. So that's the first thing. Stay focused on the present. John, second thing I'll give you real quick is allow yourself to worry, but almost set a time in the day when you're going to do that. So for example, people that are going through a divorce, one of the things that I hear that helps with that is when they cross the threshold into their office, they're like, as long as I'm working, I'm not going to worry about my divorce. When I leave the office, that's when I can start to worry. And so if the mind ever creeps up, hey, what about this? You go, oh, this isn't time. I'll do that later. And that seems to work for a lot of people as well.
Yeah, and I think what you're describing there is, hey, it's not easy, but there are approaches, there are tactics to utilize to get better at how you manage the emotions around those things, whether it's having that silo mentality like you just described. Sometimes it's support people around you who help you work through certain things. But you've said this a few times over the pieces that we've done here. Like, when you have a really big sale, don't spend too much time basking in the glow. When you've struggled for a period of time, don't allow yourself to stay there. So it works on both ends. Mm-hmm. There's a too high element, because next thing you know, a week's gone by and you haven't talked to anybody.
Yep.
Because you're just holding on to it. So I think it's a really important piece as well.
There's a saying, it goes, when's the best time to make a cold call? And it is right after you made a nice sale.
Yep.
And yet, what do most people do after they make a nice sale? Is they rest. Be different.
There we go. All right, everybody. See you again tomorrow.
Take care.